Hello friends, this is me, your host. Welcome back to our channel. I hope you all are doing great. So today I'm back with another video to give a review on a book which is Our World, Our Home. This book is all about building a peaceful and beautiful future. And this masterpiece is by Dr. Muhammad Naveed Akbar. So we have completed 5 chapters. I've given a review on it in the last videos. If you haven't watched it yet, you can visit our YouTube channel and watch it there. So today I'm going to continue it from the chapter 6, which is the strength of community for creating a sustainable future. For centuries, communities have been at the center of human civilization. Before governments and big institutions developed, people counted on each other for survival, assistance, and advancement. With global issues of climate change, resource depletion, and social disparities threatening our future today, communities are still the greatest force of sustainable transformation. Whereas policymakers create the framework and corporations push innovation, it is people in communities who make change real, turning ideas into action that affects everyday life. A sustainable future is not a top down creation, it comes from the ground up. When individuals own their world, they generate during change that is greater than any policy or corporate effort by itself. Through neighborhood environmental initiatives, social activism, or cultural heritage efforts, communities can create a world where sustainability is an ingrained way of living instead of an ephemeral aspiration. This chapter explores the role of communities in sustainability, highlighting how local initiatives drive global impact, the importance of collaboration, and the ways in which communities can overcome challenges to build a better future. At a time when the world feels increasingly disconnected, rediscovering the power of community could be the key to creating a healthier planet and a more just society. The strength of local movements. Mass change typically starts with small local revolutions. There are countless examples throughout history of communities uniting to fight against injustice, defend their environments, and push those in power to take action. Grassroots movements efforts that are led by ordinary citizens instead of governments or corporations are perhaps the most powerful drivers of change. Take the global environmental movement. Most of the biggest conservation projects today started out as small grassroots movements. In the Amazon rainforest, indigenous communities have battled for decades to save their ancestral lands from deforestation, employing the intimate understanding of the ecosystem to fight off corporate encroachment. In cities, local cleanup crews have turned dirty rivers and vacant lots into lush green spaces that enhance air quality and biodiversity. Local action is strong because it is intensely personal. When individuals take action to make their own neighborhoods, schools, or parks better, they have a direct stake in the cause. Unlike bureaucratic organizations which often have challenges with paperwork and slow actions, communities are able to move swiftly and efficiently, solving problems with creative, adaptable solutions. The effect of local movements is not only immediate but also sustained, bringing about cultural changes that impact future generations. Fostering community networks for change. No community is an island. The most effective sustainability activities are those that bring people, groups, and organizations together in strong networks of change. These networks enable communities to exchange knowledge, resources, and approaches, scaling up their impact beyond their local environments. For instance, urban agriculture programs in a particular city have the potential to inspire other similar programs in other cities, initiating a ripple effect that changes food production on a bigger scale. Farmers who engage in regenerative agriculture in rural areas can share best pictures with other farmers who have similar climate issues. Schools, the mainstream sustainability, can collaborate with other schools to create global education programs. Technology has made it simpler than ever before for communities to communicate. Social media, online platforms, and online forums enable local movements to be heard globally, gathering support and resources from all corners of the world. Crowdfunding sites enable communities to raise funds for clean energy initiatives, conservation projects, and disaster relief. Instant connectivity means that no community is ever alone. Cooperation can occur on different continents, making the world movement for sustainability stronger. However, building strong networks requires trust and inclusivity. Community leaders must ensure that all voices are heard, particularly those from marginalized groups who are often excluded from decision making processes. When diverse perspectives are included, sustainability efforts become more comprehensive and effective, addressing the needs of all members of society rather than just a privileged few. Education and empowerment at the local level. Sustainability starts with knowledge. Most environmental and social issues continue to exist because individuals are not aware of these cases, causes, and solutions. Community level education is critical in empowering people to make informed decisions, whether it's about minimizing waste, saving energy, or fighting for policy reforms. Schools become key agents for this change. If children are taught sustainability in schools when they are younger, they can mature knowing they have a contribution to make toward protecting the earth. Schools incorporate experiential activities like tree planting, recycling initiatives, and climate change campaigns into learning every day. But education does not have to take place in classrooms. Public workshops, public awareness campaigns, and skill building programs can empower individuals of all ages with the information they require to live sustainably. Workshops on composting, urban agriculture, and water conservation, for instance, can provide practical skills that minimize environmental footprint. Local libraries and cultural centers can organize climate change and social justice discussions, which can encourage critical thinking and collaborative problem solving. Education also enables communities to push back against abusive practices. When individuals know their rights and the environmental impact of corporate behavior, they are more apt to hold corporations accountable. In numerous instances, educated communities have been able to force companies to cut pollution, preserve water resources, and employ ethical labor standards. Knowledge is not merely power, it is the basis of transformation. Sustainable practices in local communities. While government policies and business initiatives drive large scale sustainability initiatives, the true test of success occurs at the community level. Neighborhoods that weave sustainable practices into everyday life provide models that can be emulated elsewhere, demonstrating that green living is not only possible but also desirable. One of the most effective community based sustainability measures is reducing waste. Zero waste initiatives have been adopted by many neighborhoods and towns, with people being urged to reduce, reuse, and recycle. San Francisco, for instance, has set ambitious targets for waste management, with landfill diversion rates exceeding 80% through composting, recycling initiatives, and community action. These not only minimize environmental degradation but also generate employment and economic benefits. Energy conservation is another sector in which communities are taking the lead. Local cooperatives are making investments in renewable energy, putting solar panels on rooftops and setting up shared energy grids so residents can generate and share clean power. Community owned windmills like those in Denmark show how local investment in renewables can create economic development while decreasing the need for fossil fuels. Food sustainability is also a movement in progress. Urban agriculture, community supported agriculture, and farmers' markets are delivering fresh, locally produced food while shortening the carbon impact of industrial agriculture. By linking people to their food origins, these efforts fuel healthier diets and more robust local economies. The role of volunteerism in creating change. Volunteering is the lifeblood of locally driven sustainability. When individuals commit their time and talent to causes that protect the environment and benefit society, they build stronger communities while leaving a regal legacy in their own neighborhoods. Volunteer initiatives may vary from conservation activities like reforestation and beach cleanup to education projects that promote sustainability practices. Community led restoration projects like India's and Japan's Miyawaki forests have converted barren lands into productive ecosystems, showing the strength of collective effort. Aside from environmental efforts, volunteerism also contributes significantly towards social sustainability. Mentorship schemes, youth empowerment programs, and humanitarian relief activities ensure that communities are resilient and strong. By developing a culture of paying it forward, volunteerism generates a spiral of good that lasts much longer than direct action. Governments and institutions can aid volunteerism by providing civic opportunities, rewarding community service, and acknowledging the efforts of volunteers. If individuals are made to feel appreciated for their contributions, they will remain active and encourage others to volunteer as well. Community government collaboration. Although community driven initiatives are strong, they're often strengthened when their efforts are complemented by collaboration with local and national governments. Assistance from the governments, be it in terms of financing, infrastructure, policy shifts, or technical support, can make community driven sustainability initiatives expand and transform into sustained solutions instead of being short term interventions. Financial and logistical support is perhaps one of the best ways governments can assist communities. Several cities globally have also created grants, subsidies, and incentive schemes that promote local sustainability initiatives. Schemes that promote local sustainability initiatives. In Germany, for instance, the government offers money to communities that invest in renewable energy, and this has seen the establishment of hundreds of wind and solar farms owned by citizens. In Canada, cities have also collaborated with community organizations to build affordable housing, use green building practices. Policy alignment is also a key to effective collaboration. When communities collaborate with local governments, they are able to create policies that are based on actual needs of the people as opposed adopting top-down policy that might not work on the ground. Such an approach, referred to as co-governance, makes sure that the community plays a direct role in influencing sustainability policies. Citizen advisory councils, participatory budgeting, and town hall meetings are all instruments that enable government and society to collaborate in creating a more sustainable future. Governments too can be utilized to link local communities with special knowledge and technology by allowing access to consultants on sustainability, researchers, and innovation centers empower community groups to integrate state of the art solutions that would otherwise remain inaccessible. With public institutions and social movements, Watch platform enables communities to monitor deforestation in the areas, allowing them to act against illegal logging and land degradation. Crowdfunding and crowdsourcing technologies are also transforming the face of community activism. GoFundMe and Kickstarter are platforms that have assisted local sustainability initiatives in raising funds from global individuals. On the other hand, crowdsourcing campaigns enable communities to collect data on environmental conditions in the local environment, including monitoring plastic litter along beaches or urban heat islands. Such bottom up efforts give governments and researchers insights while enhancing citizen participation in sustainability. Moreover, smart technology is also bringing sustainable living within reach. Blockchain technology is being employed by community based renewable energy projects to establish peer to peer energy trading platforms where individuals can sell and purchase solar energy without the intervention of big utility companies. Likewise, local water management initiatives are incorporating AI powered monitoring systems to identify leaks and minimize wastage, enabling communities to save precious resources. Yet, technology used for sustainability has to be fair. The digital divide, the difference between the technology haves and the technologically have nots, is still a problem, especially in rural and poor communities. Governments and institutions have to take action to provide all individuals, regardless of their economic status, with access to the tools and information they require to join the sustainability movement. Overcoming obstacles to community progress. Despite their potential, communities often face significant challenges in implementing sustainable solutions. Bureaucratic red tape, lack of funding, resistance to change, and economic pressures can all hinder progress. Recognizing and addressing these obstacles is crucial to ensuring that community driven initiatives succeed. Lack of finance is perhaps of the most frequent barriers. Most sustainability initiatives involve upfront investment, be it for renewable energy systems, waste management facilities, or conservation initiatives that communities cannot fund. Governments and banks can assist with grants, soft loans, or subsidies towards sustainable initiatives. Community businesses and cooperative models can also establish self funding income streams that finance long term environmental initiatives. Cultural resistance to change is the second principal challenge. Individuals are used to traditional consumption habits and may consider sustainability programs inconvenient or irrelevant. It needs targeted education and outreach aimed at showcasing the value of sustainable activities. Once individuals witness the value added to their health, money, and community by sustainability, they become receptive to change. Communities also have to overcome policy and regulatory barriers. Local governments in certain situations might have old laws that keep innovative solutions from being deployed. For example, zoning regulations could ban urban agriculture or community solar. In such situations, advocacy and civic action are key. When residents mobilize and lobby for change, they can encourage policymakers to modernize the rules to promote sustainability instead of discouraging it. Finally, sustainability initiatives need to confront social injustices. Poor communities tend to suffer more from environmental degradation yet enjoy the least access to sustainable resources. Environmental justice campaigns aim at making sure that all communities, be they black, white, rich, or poor, or where they are located, have equal access to clean air, water, and parks. Inclusive solutions must be offered to enable everyone to enjoy a greener world. Fostering inclusivity in community action. Sustainability is not only about safeguarding the environment, sustainability is about building a just and equitable world for everyone. Sustainability must be in the hands of the people, and therefore every voice should be heard and included in creating the future. This entails actively involving marginalized communities such as the indigenous people, people with disabilities, and economically poor communities. Historically, environmental movements have sometimes ignored these voices, resulting in sustainability initiatives that do not address the needs of everyone. For instance, green urban planning initiatives that are only concerned with planting trees without addressing housing affordability may end up displacing low income residents from their neighborhoods. Sustainability has to be addressed in a holistic manner so that environmental, economic, and social considerations are all taken into account. Inclusiveness also involves seeing the worth in traditional knowledge. Indigenous people have been practices sustainable land management for centuries based on methods preserving biodiversity and restoring ecosystem balance. By combining indigenous knowledge with present day science, communities can work towards more innovative and culturally appropriate sustainability responses. Diversity makes movement stronger. When individuals of various backgrounds, occupations, and experiences come together, they share different insights and ideas that result in more creative solutions. Community leaders should make a conscious effort to foster inclusive environments where everyone's voice is heard and respected. The future of community led change. The future of sustainability will not set by governments but by the combined efforts of communities everywhere. As technology continues to improve, as awareness becomes greater, and as cooperation deepens, communities will increasingly play a critical role in propelling environmental and social change. Looking to the future, we have to imagine a world in which communities own their destiny, neighborhoods that power themselves, reduce waste through cyclical economies, farm locally and feed their families fresh foods, and everyone has fresh foods and everyone is connected both to nature and to one another. This isn't an idyllic dream, this is what many are building already. The future calls for resolve, it demands demands communities to stand strong in the midst of adversity, to learn and evolve constantly, and to never sacrifice community well being at the altar of temporary convenience. Above all, it demands us to have faith in the possibility of local change. When the world rises up with communities, it rises. Summary of Chapter 6. Communities form the pillar of a sustainable world. By local action, collaborative networks, education, and innovation, they can lead to significant environmental and social change. Challenges there are financial constraint, policy limitations, and cultural opposition, but they can be overcome by advocacy, inclusivity, and persistence. The future is for those who understand that sustainability begins at home, in neighborhoods, schools, and public spaces. A better world is created not by one person or institution, but by combined efforts of individuals who are convinced by the strength of the community. So, this is all we have from this chapter. I hope you guys get the point which I wanted to explain in it, which the writer wanted to explain in this chapter. If you did, don't forget to press the like button. And if you wanted to suggest any other book that you wanted me to give a review on, you can tell me in the comment section. And I'll be back with another video with another book to give a review on. Till then, just take care and goodbye.